Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. In this video, what I want to talk about is Michael Phelps' very scripted Olympic performance and why he has finished his career with 23 gold medals after 63 races in the year 2016. In addition to that, we're also going to talk about Katie Ledecky, the parallels between her and Michael Phelps. We're going to talk about the U.S. swimmer who got robbed today, supposedly. We're going to talk about the death of Muhammad Ali, and we're going to talk about what's relevant about gold beyond just medals. And for an example, we're going to look at the significance of the gold theming in Super Bowl 50 of the NFL in the United States of America. A lot of gold with last year's Super Bowl, which was hosted by the 49ers, named after the 1849 Gold Rush, plus a whole lot more. I've done 2 videos thus far on the Olympics and Michael Phelps, and those videos have gotten more thumbs down than thumbs up, which tells me that my videos must not be convincing enough. And that's unfortunate because my work is proven. What I am saying is true. It is accurate. It is scientific. You can go back through my history and research all that I have brought to the front. In this video, we're also going to review what USA Today, the publication, wrote about me in January of this year after all that I exposed about their Super Bowl before it happened. So that said, let's just start with these headlines. Last night, after Phelps won his 23rd gold medal, retiring. They're saying that's his last race, his 63rd race. Phelps, his quote was, "I couldn't have scripted it any better." And from Time magazine, which always loves to drop clues, the most decorated Olympian of all time leaves the sport and the games in spectacular fashion. It couldn't have been scripted any better. And just in case you've seen the first 2 videos, yesterday's race, his final race, it came 44 days after his June 30th birthday. He's currently 31 years old. This is the 31st Olympiad of the Summer Games. 44 days after his birthday. Swimming in gematria sums to 44. If you're new here, we talk about gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, because this language is used by elites who work in world government, world banking, and are responsible for giving us these, international events such as the Olympics. So we're going to go up to the top. We're going to talk about why Phelps won each day he did. We're going to talk about it in relation to his newborn son, who was born May 5th of this year. This headline right here from CNN after Phelps finished, "Legend bows out." CNN loves to use gematria in their headlines. So do all other mainstream publications. CNN seems to be the most over the top with it. But right away, "Legend bows out" in gematria sums to 63. His son, Boomer Phelps, this is a typo. Boomer Phelps in gematria sums to 63. His son's name. Doesn't that seem like a suspicious name, Boomer? In 2016, 63 is relevant. I've been talking about the number all year. If you add every number up to 63, it sums to 2016, like the year we're in. So 63, 2016, very relevant. Before the Olympics began, Muhammad Ali passed at age 74 on June 3rd. June 3rd was exactly 63 days before the start of the Summer Olympics this year in Rio. 63 is relevant to the name Muhammad, which comes from the prophet in the Quran who died supposedly at age 63. Then Muhammad Ali dies June 3rd, 6'3", 63 days before the start of the Summer Games. Muhammad Ali sums to 96. A boxing ring is 96 feet around. Muhammad Ali is remembered for opening the 96 Summer Olympics. Freemason equals 96. The small way Freemason equals 42. 42 and 96 have a mathematical relationship. If you add the divisors of 42, the numbers that divide into 42, they sum to 96. Muhammad Ali, the big way, 96. The small way, 42. The word Rio, the big way, 42. Muhammad Ali was a ritual sacrifice by the numbers for these upcoming Olympics, and possibly also as a symbolic way of passing on the torch of the greatest possibly recognized American athlete to Michael Phelps. Talk about it more as we go. But anyhow, the headline coded 63, huge number. Again, this is a typo. Boomer Phelps equals 63. That's my fault. This is my blog. But that's Michael Phelps' new son. On yesterday, August 13th, Michael Phelps finished his career. That was 44 days after his birthday. That connected to swimming. The day before that, he won a silver medal. The day before that, he won his 22nd gold medal. That was August 11th. So he won gold August 13th, August 11th. August 11th was 42 days after his birthday, June 30th. Birthday in Gematria sums to 42, so does Rio, so does Muhammad Ali. It was August 9th that he won his 22nd gold medal. August 9th came 40 days after his birthday. United States in Gematria sums to 40. Michael Phelps for the United States swim team. August 9th is also the day that leaves 144 days left in the year. 144 is a very special number in Gematria and mathematics to this world we live in. Notice the name Boomer Phelps equals 63, which we talked about. Boomer Phelps equals 144. On August 9th, Boomer Phelps turned 96 days old, born May 5th. 96, very special to Muhammad Ali, Freemason, these Olympics in Rio. Boomer Phelps on this day, having named Gematria of 144, the day that leaves 144 days left in the year, his father won his 22nd gold medal. And 22 is a very special number in numerology. It is the master builder number. The word master in Gematria sums to 22 the small way, like master builder number, 76 the big way. And the name Phelps the big way sums to 76. Katie Ledecky is born on the 76th day of the year. Master, we're talking about the master swimmers, record-setting swimmers, accumulating gold medals left and right. So he got his 22nd gold medal on this very special date that has to do with time. 144. August 9th leaves 144 days left in the year. His son, named Gematria of 144. Time in Jewish Gematria sums to 144, and so does light. And think about the relationship between light and time. What keeps time in this world is the sun, our source of light for the earth. And you know what makes gold so special? That it sparkles like nothing other in the sun, in the light. Each day, there are 24 hours and there are 60 minutes. If you do 24 times 60, that's 1,440 minutes, 1440. Zero at the end of a number you can just chop off in numerology. It's pretty much the same as 144. The square root of 144 is 12. Think about our years, 12 months, 12 hours in the morning, 12 hours in the evening. Here in the U.S., we have the foot system, 12 inches in a foot. 12 represents complete. In the Fibonacci sequence, the natural number spiral that occurs in our palm and the galaxy, the 12th Fibonacci number happens to be 144. So, very special number. Michael Phelps getting his record-setting 22nd gold medal on that date. His first gold medal was won August 7th, 2 days before that, 38 days after his birthday. From his birthday, June 30th to August 7th is 38 days. Notice how he won his gold medal spaced out every 2 days. But 38 days after his birthday, first gold of the 2016 games, gold equals 38. Earlier this year, the golden anniversary of the Super Bowl was played February 7th, the 38th day of the year, hosted by the 49ers, named after the gold rush. Do you think it's a coincidence the way all this lines up? First gold, 38 days later being the star attraction of the U.S. Olympic team. Let me show you why him winning 23 yesterday, August 13th, is so significant to gold as well. Phelps wins his 23rd gold. 23 has Gematria of 163, and 163 is the 38th prime number. This is what Gematria is all about. Matching words with numbers that have relationships, mathematics in relation to the calendar, This is what gematria is, and this is an old world practice that goes back to Pythagoras. Pythagoras, who's credited with so many things that we still use. The musical scale, musical scale, very popular, used every day, every song ever made. The Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, which almost all of us learned about in our mathematical educations. Pythagoras was also very much invested in gematria, according to what's written. Then again, some people say Pythagoras didn't even exist and he's just this made-up thing stealing knowledge from the ancients that came before Greece, which is entirely possible. But the point is, this is old world knowledge, and that's all I'm trying to say. And with regards to Greece, the first Olympics of the modern era were hosted in Greece, April 6th, 1896, emphasis on year 96. April 6th is the 96th day of the year. Freemason 96, the relationship between 42 and 96. This year the games in Rio. Muhammad Ali, a ritual sacrifice before they came. Notice how they emphasized this word in the headline yesterday after he won his 23rd gold, immortality. There's always a number of significance in there. Immortality sums to 155. In numerology terms, 1 plus 5 plus 5 sums to 11. In numerology, 11 is the master number. It does not need to be broken down to a single digit. Numerology is the practice of breaking bigger numbers down into a single digit. So if your number was 1,040, you would add 1 plus 0 plus 4 plus 0. 1,040 has a numerology of 5. You do the same thing with every number. If you get a number that breaks down to 11 or 22, you don't need to break it down any further, though. 11 is the master number. Michael Phelps is 31 years old. 31 is the 11th prime number. And again, master equals 76. Phelps equals 76. I know it's a lot of information, but the more you work with it, the more it comes together, the more clear the picture is. Science in Jewish gematria also sums to 155. They have a relationship through this number. And I really do think that Michael Phelps is a work of science more than we know. Born and bred to swim, plus who knows what else. In this article, these percentages they put out, 38% up to 44. Again, gold 38, swimming 44. Again, 63, you add every number up to 63, 2016, Michael Phelps finishing his career in 2016. So real quick review, let's just see the dates that Michael Phelps won his medals. August 7th, he placed first, gold medal. First medal of the 2016 Olympics, 38 days after his birthday. Day 3, no medals. Day 4, 2 gold medals. Day 4 was 40 days after his birthday, United States 40, record-setting day. That was August 9th, leaving 144 days left in the year. Talked about his son. Day 5, 3rd place. Day 6, this is August 11th, another gold medal. This was 42 days after his birthday. Number 22. Master number, master builder number. Day 7, silver medal. And then yesterday, August 13th, another gold medal, number 23, through the gematria connection, bringing us back to gold. Now, let's talk about the parallel between Katie Ledecky and Phelps. When she set her world record where she blew out the competition, this was the headline up on CNN, and I thought it was so interesting. World record for Ledecky, gematria of 113. And CNN codes this number in their propaganda news all the time that is made for a TV audience that's scripted, that's here to deceive the people, to push them down the path of agenda. This happens worldwide too. I'm a U.S. citizen, so I speak about the United States, but in international news, these same things go on because it's the same gang running media worldwide. The Zionist Jews who worship gold and the Freemasons. The word mainstream equals 113, dishonest 113, green screen 113, used so often to deceive people on TV. Scottish for Scottish Rite Freemasonry, the branch that dominates the world, Scottish 113. Here it's coded into this headline about her setting this world record. World record for Ledecky also sums to 239. This year, the U.S. flag is 239 years old. Turn that on Donald Trump's birthday, Flag Day, June 14th. The flag was sewn at 239 Arch Street in Philadelphia. The country just turned 240 years old. It was 239 last year. So, Katie Ledecky, she's born March 17th. That's the 76th day of the year. Master equals 76, Phelps 76. What else is interesting is her name, Katie Ledecky, has gematria of 666, the number for prophecy in Jewish gematria. In Revelation, the book of prophecy in the Bible, it makes the number 666 infamous, Revelation 13:18. Prophecy in simple English gematria sums to 106, and Michael Phelps' full name in Pythagorean gematria sums to 106. This year, the U.S. Olympic team sent 106 returning medalists to the U.S. Olympic Games, and this is not a coincidence. The people who run the show, they script the numbers of prophecy. What they see themselves doing in this world is fulfilling prophecy. The people who run the Olympics are the same people who came to North America from Europe, created a genocide here, built a nation that participated in the world wars that helped to bring about Israel. The world wars and the involvement of U.S. were for creating the Zionist state of Israel. Jerusalem has a USA right in the middle, plus a whole lot more. I talk about it more in the first Michael Phelps video I did. But this is what's going on. The Zionist Jews worship gold. They're running the world. They control the banks. They control the media. They control government. They control your Olympics. And they script a lot of things by the numbers. I don't know that everything in the Olympics is scripted, but major narratives such as Michael Phelps, they are. This is beyond doubt. Katie Ledecky's full name in Pythagorean gematria sums to 235, and this is a number I'm seeing a lot of. Those are the first three prime numbers. Prime numbers are very important. This is not related to the Olympics, but this is something that's being coded all year together, these numbers, 235 and 666. It's even on this old card game called Illuminati card game, which came out in 1982. The number of prophecy, the first three prime numbers. If you've never seen my work on the death of Bill Clinton's biological father, he died by these numbers. There's something greater to these numbers. It's very interesting that they're coded into Katie Ledecky. They could just be numbers in bringing about prophecy. And the prophecy these people are fulfilling, it encompasses a lot of things. Building nations, technology, controlling the mind, what can be accomplished in the world of athletics. It's how the world is being constructed around us by this gang. And remember, Freemasons are builders. They're into measurement. They're into numbers. This is why all of these things are relevant to them. Her birth numerology, the numbers you see on the screen, she has a life lesson number of 46. That number connects to hero. She's seen as an American hero, an Olympian. 37, the word American, gematria 37, winning a lot of medals for the American team. This record she just set, the time was 8 minutes and 4 seconds, and she beat the competition by a lot of lengths. She now owns the 13 fastest times ever posted in the event. Very interesting. The U.S., very much built on the number 13. 13 colonies, 13 stripes on the flag. Our public school system is 13 years. USA equals 41, the 13th prime. The day Phelps won 40 days after his birthday was also a total span of 41 days, if you want to count it that way. United States 40, the first highway built linking the nation from East Coast to West Coast, Highway 40. USA 41. So here in the U.S., they like to program us to make us think everywhere else is dangerous and we better just stay in America. It's so safe here. They've been telling us about how dangerous these Olympics are going to be. They told us the director for the movie City of God was doing the opening, the opening ceremony for the Summer Games this year. That movie City of God, about how dangerous Brazil is. Anyhow, now we get this headline today, robbed in Rio. And it's a U.S. swimmer. I'm going to tell you why Ryan got robbed in Rio today. First, I want you to notice that robbed in Rio sums to 666, our number of prophecy, 106 returning medalists. Robbed in Rio, the small way also sums to 66, just like the year the stadium opened. They're the opening ceremonies we're at. Revelation is the 66th book of the Bible. Revelation, 66th book, made the number 666 infamous, coded right here into the headline. His name, Ryan Lochte, gematria 49 the small way, 121 the big way. Revelation 49 the small way, 121 the big way, just like his name. Revelation, the 66th book. Prophecy. And if you're new here, what I show is this is way more than the Olympics. This is how our media and headlines are created every day. The same coding, the same number systems again and again, overly redundant. In this story, they start with this video. I notice in the background it says 59 police killed in 2016. And I bet you anything this is propaganda. Police worldwide are run by the Freemasons. The word kill in Jewish gematria equals 59. 59 killed by the numbers. Only 54 cops for the Olympics this year. Oracle equals 54. I remember a guy who plays an Oracle that dropped out of the Olympics at the last minute, Steph Curry. That's interesting. I should look more into that. I just thought about that off the top of my head. Remember the Warriors' home winning streak, record streak, snapped at 54 games this year in Oracle. Oracle equals 54. Oracle has to do with future telling. Oracle Arena is 106 feet tall, the number of prophecy. Warriors lost there this year in Game 7. In their 106th game of the year, 106th Father's Day ever on the real King James's birthday, who was born on a date with 106 numerology. Steph Curry and LeBron James, both from Akron, Ohio, gematria 106. Okay, back to Ryan, though, and why he got robbed today. Ryan, born in the year 84, and he just turned 32. 11 days ago, that master number. America sums to 32. The date of the direct Declaration of Independence, 7 plus 4 plus 1 plus 7 plus 7 plus 6 equals 32. America 32. Very special number in this nation, average 32, career 32, college 32, a nation that breeds its people to be average, so they'll just be consumers, followers, fearful, frightened. As for 84, United States of America equals 84, his year of birth. Revolutionary War equals 84, States equals 84, the Twilight Zone equals 84, Serling equals 84, who wrote the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone came out in 58, the same year NASA did. The pilot episode was about putting a man on the moon. Rod Serling in Pythagorean gematria sums to 58. So does United States with the S exceptions. His date of birth is a date with a life lesson number of 33. Birth numerology of 33. A lot of celebrities with that birth numerology, 33. What else I notice is his name, making him fitting to be played, the part of this scripted narrative to further scare people. For most people, what this story does in America is reinforces that America's safe. They just want to be here. Other places are even more scary than here. This is why they do it. Ryan equals 58. The Olympics began what day? August 5th, 5/8, like Freemasonry. Stephen equals 85. You can also write August 5th, as we do in the U.S., 8/5. His last name, gematria of 63, which I might be mutilating. I don't know if it's Lochte, Lochte, Lochte. So many people get angry when a name is mispronounced. The thing about names is you can pronounce them a million different ways. If you guys haven't figured it out, I don't really care for the mainstream at all. I'm here to expose it to people so they can wake up to what they're watching. I saw through all this bullshit a long time ago. I've just now figured out how it's scripted truly. And I find it very interesting. And I know a lot of people do. That's why I share this work. But anyway, this is why we're here having the story about him getting robbed 11 days after his 32nd birthday. It's all by the numbers. Earlier this year, before the Olympics, this was from July 5th, a month before the Olympics, CNN "Welcome to Hell" emphasized. Police warn Olympics visitors they will not be safe. Welcome to Hell 58, Freemasonry 58. The Olympics begin 5/8 August 5th. Last night, Fox News had this up. As I say, every network gets in on the coding. Even the sports ones, ESPN. ESPN's so good with it. Just showed that with the A-Rod retirement. A goodbye gold. A goodbye gold, what's that equal? It equals 58 and 112. And why is 112 so interesting on the date this came, August 13th? It's because it's the Jewish holy day, remembering the destruction of their temples in Jerusalem. This is the Jewish day of remembering tragedy. And I want you to notice what it equals in Jewish gematria. It equals September 11th. On September 11th, Mossad agents from Israel were over here documenting the attack, meaning they had foreknowledge it was going to happen. That day has resulted in the U.S. giving military intervention, fighting in the region of the world that Israel's in, fighting against Israel's enemies when it's Israel who is largely responsible for the attack, along with the Israeli agents, which are who make up our government. This is really just a big Jewish nation too. Jewish equals 74, Masonic, Independence Day 74, holiday. That's why Independence Day is 7-4. Go look at who funded the wars from the beginning. The Revolutionary War, 84, funded by the Jewish bankers. Haim Solomon, the Building 7 that also fell on September 11th. Building 7, 47 floors tall, each floor 47,000 square feet. The Zionist State of Israel recognized in the year 47. From February 7th, the date of the golden anniversary of the Super Bowl, to yesterday, August 13th, was a span of 188 days, and Bavarian Illuminati equals 188. The people that have their symbolism all over our currency. If you add up the denominations of US dollar bills, the 100, the 50, the 20, the 10, the 5, the 2, the 1, it sums to 188. Bavarian Illuminati, I just put out a video on the US currency and 188 and all that's coded in the dollar bill. Plus there's even more. A bunch of people who watched that video went and did further decoding. All sorts of amazing stuff posted in that thread. It's worth it to subscribe to this channel because I put out a lot of important videos and the people who follow my channel make really interesting comments. Unfortunately, there's a lot of trolling as well. For some more Olympics by the numbers, they had the girl from Ipanema, connected to Brazil, help with the opening ceremonies. The song in gematria sums to 85, August 5th opening ceremony. Her last name, Pinheiro, gematria 58, just like August 5th. She was born on a date with 33 numerology. Go figure. Quick note about the fastest runner in the world, running starting today. His birthday, he'll turn 30 years old. 30 is connected to Saturn, the keeper of time. Quick note about Saturn. They tell us Saturn's 93 million miles away. Or not Saturn, they say the sun's 93 million miles away. Saturn equals 93 in gematria, also 30. Saturn's the keeper of time. Saturn equals 93. They tell us the sun is 93 million miles away, which is the keeper of time. Nike in gematria, their symbol is a Saturn swoosh. Ring of Saturn is the swoosh. Nike equals 39, the reflection of 93. Bolt been used to advertise for Nike. Anyhow, he's turning 30 the final day of the Olympics, August 21st. And I want to tell you what's interesting about that date in light of the book of Revelation, the book of prophecy, with all the prophecy coding on these Olympics. But first, I want to show you what's also interesting about his name that he goes by. His name sums to 113. Again, this number coded in things that are dishonest, mainstream dishonest. If this man is a scientific experiment competing against other people who are not, that's not honest. But truthfully, I think a lot of these people out on the Olympic field are Manchurian athletes, born and bred to be, possibly mad science involved. This guy might just be the greatest, grandest experiment of them all yet, Very interesting that 113 is coded into his name. So many superstar athletes have that gematria, especially in the NBA, the National Basketball Association. USA breaks down to 311 in reverse, the reflection of 113. Bolt's not a U.S. athlete, but he gets a lot of play in the U.S., major marketing, major celebrity. His date of birth, he has a life lesson number of 53. The word run equals 53, born to run. Birth numerology of 115, sprints, also gematria of 115. He is a sprinter. The word sprinter has gematria of 119, like all-seeing eye, like Star of David. You think about how this guy's used by this gang to sell consumerism, sell merchandise. As I read this verse, realize I'm not saying anything against this man. What I'm talking about is how the powers that be use numbers, use people as instruments to go about with their ongoing prophecy. And earlier this year, I did a video on the parallels between Rio and Munich. Munich was 44 years ago. The word kill equals 44. It's a number that has to do with tragedy. 44 years ago was the Munich Games, where they had, what do they call it? Black Sunday, attack the Israeli team. And I think they said 9 people injured, 11 killed, something like that. Anyhow, that attack 44 years ago. And shortly after I made that video, there was the Munich shooting at a McDonald's. McDonald's in gematria equals 85. 85, like the start of the Rio Games. Parallels between Munich, Rio. I think that shooting at the Munich Games was a hint for a possible false flag to come during the time of the Olympics. I hope I'm wrong about that. But these people like to stage terror because it's part of the agenda. What we all live under worldwide is this Masonic, Zionist, Jewish one world order that's a banking order, that's a militaristic order, that's a dishonest order. And they stage events worldwide to build their agenda. Worldwide, we see police becoming more militarized, needless wars, more and more involvement from more and more nations, more and more consumerism, more and more materialism. Revelation 21:8, which corresponds with the day the Rio Games end, August 21st, is this: but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And realize, I'm not a religious person. I just recognize that the powers that be are truly operating by this code. And I only found this out from years of researching and finally connecting enough dots. The word that stands out most about this in regards to the Olympics is this one right here: worshiping idols. That's what the Olympics breeds. That's what Michael Phelps is. That's what Usain Bolt is. Idols, people to worship, to idolize. Nike, this company that sells that. Buy this shoe to be like that athlete. Buy this gear to be like that celebrity. These people line up events by the numbers, by numbers of significance. The Olympics are ending 16 days after their beginning, August 5th to August 21st, in the year 2016, emphasis on 16. For months, I've been saying to watch out for the date August 22nd, which follows that. I'm hoping we get through the Olympics, and if anything does happen, it happens that day. Not that I want that to happen either. Real quick, I just want to remind people of this point. Long before the Super Bowl happened, in October, I said the NFL has rigged things for the Broncos. They'll probably win the Super Bowl this year. I said that in October, months before the February Super Bowl. By the end of November, I said they would defeat the Carolina Panthers. As time went on, I talked about why I thought Von Miller would be the MVP. I talked about why I thought there'd be a major Black Panther tribute possibly at halftime. The Super Bowl came. This article was written the week before the Super Bowl, mocking me for these predictions. The Super Bowl came. The Broncos defeated the Panthers. Von Miller was the MVP, as I predicted, and there was a Black Panther tribute at halftime. And to see how I predicted all that, you can go back and watch the videos I was making then. Everything is scripted, as we've been talking about from the beginning of this video. Notice the man who wrote this article. His name's Ryan, Freemasonry. Phillips. Phillips equals 47. I want you to see what he wrote at the end of this article. He talks about how vile my blog is, what we've been reading off of. He says there's 47,000 other vile things that are, wrong with my blog. And then he links to this cartoon from The Simpsons, which is about the Freemasons. In the cartoon, they're called the Stonecutters. But in reality, what it's giving tribute to is the Freemasons. They sing this song, We Do, in this cartoon. W is the 23rd letter, E is the 5th. We equals 28. D is the 4th letter, O is the 15th. 4 plus 15 is 19. We was 28, do is 19, 28 plus 19 is 47. We do is 47, Phillips equals 47, 47,000 vile things. The reason he said that is because this is about the Super Bowl, and the first ever Super Bowl was played in the 47th year of the NFL. Plus, again, this is a very special number to this gang, coded into a lot of things. And to bring it full circle, let's talk about Muhammad Ali again. His nickname was the greatest. The greatest. The greatest in gematria sums to 47. 3 days after he turned 64 years old, he became boxing champion in 64. This album was released by the musician Cat Power. And the parallel between Muhammad Ali and Cat Power and all the other things we're talking about is the same gang owns them. The same gang in this world controls media, government, recording studios, Hollywood. They are the Zionist Jews. They are the Freemasons. They do everything by the numbers. The date this album came out, January 20th, 2006, a date with 47 numerology, 3 days after Muhammad Ali's 64th birthday. Also a date with 27 numerology, 27 connected to death. The musician who came out with the album, Cat Power, has gematria of 38, just like death, just like gold. This album went gold. Muhammad Ali had just turned 64 years old. Boxer equals 64. He became boxing champion in 64 after winning in Miami Beach. You might recall the Marlins announced his death before anyone else this year, the Miami Marlins, where he threw out the first pitch of the season, April 4th, the 44-year anniversary of the assassination of MLK. Kill equals 44. You might recall that the other fighter, Kimbo Slice from Miami, died just days after Muhammad Ali, 3 days later. Born in 74, dead at 42. Muhammad Ali, born in 42, dead in 74. Muhammad equals 74 like Masonic. 64 was also the year of the Civil Rights Act. Civil rights equals 64. Muhammad Ali, a major part of the Civil Rights Act. That album ran 44 minutes, the greatest. No doubt a tribute to Muhammad Ali. It topped out at 34 on the Billboard charts. The number 34 is connected to murder. The number 139 is the 34th prime. Freemasonry equals 139. Muhammad Ali died 139 days after his birthday, 63 days before the start of the Summer Olympics. Something else I thought about, Muhammad Ali was a gold glove. He died on a date with 45 numerology. Gold again, gold. Gold glove, in simple English gematria, sums to 99. The word 13, when written out, has gematria of 99. I can just show you this. When you write out 13, sums to 99. The United States of America with the in the front sums to 99. Began with 13 colonies. For you NFL fans, the next time you see Aaron Donald on the field wearing number 99, remember this. He was also the 13th overall pick by the St. Louis Rams from Louisiana, part of the Louisiana Purchase by the numbers, France and the U.S. The Bavarian Illuminati was established on a date with 99 numerology, May 1st, 1776, 5 plus 1 plus 17 plus 76, by 13 families. Bavarian Illuminati credited with the French Revolution. As I make this video, the French and U.S. basketball teams are playing each other. Have to check that out. But anyway, this video is long in the tooth. I just like to reinforce the points, the significance of the numbers. I'm trying to show people that this is the truth. It's undeniable. But when my videos get 100 likes and 300 dislikes, I know I got to make the message more clear. Until next time, Encore. I forgot to bring it back to Super Bowl 50. We talked about the 188 connection. Here's the gold piece. This year for Super Bowl 50, every NFL team, their 50-yard line was gold. That was last season, the year of Super Bowl 50. A golden tribute all year to Super Bowl 50, hosted by the 49ers, named after the 1849 Gold Rush. The Denver Broncos ended up winning the Super Bowl. Denver, former mining town, up in the mountains, their basketball team that named the Nuggets just before the Super Bowl. Former Nugget who invented the jump shot died as a ritual sacrifice for the Super Bowl. Anyhow, it was exactly 121 days after the Super Bowl that the Denver Broncos visited the White House. And the Super Bowl this year was played on the 121st meridian. Real quick, Revelation in Gematria, again, the small way sums to 49, the big way 121. Revelation's the 66th book of the Bible. The Broncos visited the White House on June 6th, 6-6, 121 days after the Super Bowl, hosted by the 49ers on the 121st meridian. So there's the Revelation prophecy parallel. In Revelation, it's about the destruction of the earth. Shouldn't note that the word prophecy has the same gematria as destroy, and it also seems that the people who run this world, they have us on a path of purposeful destruction. Something I saw long before the numbers, something I saw long before I understood this prophecy code. Also, the destruction is driven by material greed, which gold in many ways represents. Anyhow, check this out. The 49ers Stadium is on the 121st meridian, just barely. They squeezed it on there. Gold, the abbreviation for it is AU. A is the first letter, U is the 21st, AU is 121 in numbers. A lot like 121. This should really pound home the point that the powers that be script so much in this world according to numbers. They even forced the 49ers Stadium out of San Francisco, which is on the 122nd meridian, to have it built on the 121st. The name of the 49ers Stadium has the exact same gematria as Denver Broncos. In Super Bowl 24, the Broncos lost to the 49ers 55-10. This year, the Broncos were 55 years old. So was John Elway, who lost in that Super Bowl for the Broncos. The Broncos won in the 49ers Stadium with 24 points. Scripted. Undeniably scripted. This Super Bowl was also, again, on the 38th day of the year. February 7th, gold equals 38. On the 121st meridian. Golden anniversary. The next time you watch the movie Wizard of Oz, know that they did one thing to that movie that makes a big difference. They changed Dorothy's slippers from the book. In the book, it's a gold road with silver slippers. Gold and silver, banking. The movie's about how people, they don't have enough courage, they don't have enough brains, they don't have enough heart to confront the man behind the curtain, who is, in this world, the Zionist banker tyrant. If we as a people would acknowledge that, confront that, see what's really going on in this world, how our lives are wasted purposefully, 13 years in school, learning nothing that really helps us, that turns us into, weak-minded consumers that so many of us are in this nation. Until next time, True.